video. I'm number one sprinter worldwide. You might be like, no the fuck you aren't. And you're right. I'm definitely not number one sprinter worldwide, but shut up. Can't believe you're hitting on me like that after all I've done for you. This shit pisses me off. But right, you might be like, why am I even thinking? Why am I even thinking that? Sorry, I was responding to a message. Sorry for not maintaining a direct conversation with you. I can't believe I've ever done this. But no. Why am I number one sprinter worldwide? Right, physical feats for me are kind of like more significant to the normal person, right? I grew up with asthma all the time. So it's like doing something that a normal person can is exciting to me because I'm like, wow, my lungs, they're fine now, you know, which is not true at all right now. I'm recovering from pneumonia again, even though my pneumonia, right, most people pneumonia, they're bedridden. My pneumonia is, you know, I'll walk around still, I'll go on a hike maybe, I'll do whatever. So it's like, I just get a bit of asthma again, that's it. So I'm better, I'm cooler, I'm swag, you're stupid. But back to the I'm number one sprinter. I literally we were just parked. We were going to get my friend's cat from off of a roof, but we were parked a street over. So then one of my friends goes, you want to race? And I go, I could be prone to. And then, you know, start the race because duh. And they're not like someone who isn't fit, you know, they're a tennis player, our number one tennis player. So I was like, yeah, you know, duh. And yawn, out sprinted, blah, blah, blah. But it's not really the fact that I out sprinted them that I'm like, wow, this is so amazing. It's the fact that I did it and I wasn't like on my knees, struggling to breathe and dying for the next hour. And I recovered within like 10 minutes and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I was back to the fire pit a bit later and we were just chatting it up and it was so exciting because duh, I mean, I'm no longer dying from simple acts such as that. And it's exciting because all the work and exercise that I've put into my body for the past like 4 years or whatever, even though I'm making it sound like so much more than it actually is, it's kind of just like me starting to hike and change my lifestyle, like has paid off. And now I'm actually able to breathe and do stuff. I mean, sure, I get phases of asthma, but that's like mostly bacteria infections such as pneumonia, but it's still really nice. But you might be like, what the fuck? Why were you sprinting? And this was at almost midnight. I think it was like 11:20 that we were doing this. So just imagine like two kids racing down a street at midnight. And if you ask them what they're racing to get a cat off of a roof. Now when we got there, the cat was already gotten. So everything was fine. I guess we didn't race fast enough. Guess we're not the Flash. But it was just still nice. And my day was pretty epic too. Thanks for asking, by the way. I know you were like, oh, what'd you do, William, on your day? Here's the answer. We started off, I woke up like, I woke up when I woke up. I'd say that's the best time I woke up at, because that's actually my favorite time to wake up. Out of all my times to wake up, that's the favorite. The one that I woke up on. I don't really remember. But then I just went to Trader Joe's. I got corn and I got cheese. And you might be like, what are you making with those two ingredients? Corn, cheese, bam. I also got a card that I still need to write to somebody. Teehee. Just for fun. I'm also going to make a card to myself for like 4 years in the future, I think. I have a card to do it. It's a nice design. It says, there are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind on the front, which I think I need right now. Right now, out of all the cards, and I'm scared of the future, this is the card I need the most out of everything. So, I guess it's good. It speaks to me. It's solid. And then I just got the other card to write to someone else, because writing cards is sometimes nice. I think as much as video diarying, as good as video logging is for me, I think writing sometimes is still just better. I think you can't, I don't know. That's a whole debate that I'll probably save for another time. Just video logging versus diarying. They're both good, but they have their own trade-offs. But back to what I was saying about, what the fuck was I saying? I was writing a card. I was going to write a card. Hold on. Actually, let me go back and check. I'm entirely lost. Okay, I checked back. I remembered. I was talking about, right, I got corn and I got cheese. So what was I going to make? Corn and cheese. Why am I making corn cheese? For fun? No, for a potluck. And oh my god, I'm so glad I have friends that can cook. Life is so good. To all my friends who are watching this, who attended the potluck, you're great at cooking. All the food was delicious, except for the hot dogs that I didn't have, because it was kind of funny how you cooked them last second at my house, because you don't have access to your kitchen in your house because your dad won't let you. I'm pointing and laughing at you right now. But oh my god, so I made my basic corn cheese, which is so good. If you've never had corn cheese, grow up, go find it. It's a Korean dish. It's so good. We had good mac and cheese. My mom enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was so good. We had teriyaki bowls, so we got broccoli. We had teriyaki chicken. And then rice. Rice is so good with everything. And then we had Korean corn dogs and mac and cheese bites. Oh my gosh. And I think that was it for the main stuff, just like that we first put out. So we were just eating that, and then we started playing this little fun game called Masquerades. PJ, not to call you out, wasn't a fan of it because he's never a fan of playing any games with us because we're all liars and we try and make each other as angry as possible. So of course he's not going to have fun with a game where it's about lying when I love lying in games. It's so much fun. But yeah, it's just a simple little game with cards and masks and abilities, and you just take turns and you just get money, and oh my gosh, I can't explain it because I'm terrible at explaining things like this, but it's fun. Just trust me, it's fun if you have like 4 to 8 people. I mean, if you have 12, that can be fun too. And then after that, we started playing poker. Poker's solid, poker's simple. You know, you just all in, you know? I think I had a decent amount of money at the end. I got a flush, so I all in on that. I'm so pro at poker. All in on flush? What could beat that? A 4 of a kind? No. I only know the poker hands, though, because of Balatro now, which is so funny. I love Balatro. But fret not, the potluck was not the only event that occurred. Like clockwork. Right after potluck, we went to my grandma's jacuzzi. My grandma and I were discussing plans for 4th of July. She was like, oh, food. And I said, oh, yes. I'm an expert in this food area. I can eat this, this, and this. And I was helping her, like, decide on what to cater based on my tastes and my liking, which is so bad, but it's so good because, oh my god, 4th of July, I'm literally just going to be eating everything. It's going to be wonderful. And it's a great place. I'm so happy my grandma has a nice house for 4th of July. Just for 4th of July, for nothing else. But we were literally at it today for jacuzzi and pool. Shark darts. Oh my god, shark darts. I love shark darts so much. It's the simplest toy ever. Darts, designed like sharks. You throw them in the pool, they go a direction. But I don't understand how this simple toy can give you hours of entertainment. I love just throwing them in and then seeking them out and just doing some of this while also playing Marco Polo. Pool is epic. Pool makes you feel good about yourself too, because swimming is good exercise. And it's funny growing up, right? I grew up in a place where everybody can just swim. So thinking about it, when I'm going to go to a place where people don't grow up, where everybody can swim, I'm going to be Diamond 1 swimmer. Like, if I want to do swim, I'm going to absolutely destroy everybody else because I just grew up swimming, you know? I'm going to be able to egg beat. I'm going to be able to just butterfly. I'm going to be able to destroy everybody. They're going to be like, whoa. No, I'm not actually. Realistically, I'm not actually. I'm not going to be any better than anybody who's actually trained for that stuff. But shark darts are so much fun. If you've never played with them in the pool, do it. It's so much fun. You're missing out. And then afterwards, after pool, actually, at one point when we were in the jacuzzi later in the night, my friend brought out his brownies that he made, and they did not rise at all. So it was basically still some brownie batter, mostly brownie batter, and it kind of looked like he was just scooping poop, and it was very soggy, so we just started slinging brownies at each other, kind of, and whenever somebody would eat it, they would just have, like, fecal matter around their mouth, but they were so good still. It was just really funny because we were served in, like, plops of handfuls. You would just reach your hand in, and then at one point, one of my friends just, with his thumb, paints across my other friend's forehead and goes, Simba. I mean, like, naturally, you had to do it, but it's so funny because we were just playing with brownies in a jacuzzi. But they were so yummy. It was very, very fun, very epic, very swag. And then we went to, after that, You might be like, what time is it? 9 o'clock. After that, I dropped one of my friends off and then went to other one's house. And we stayed there until 12. And I haven't ridden a ripstick in forever, but I'm still so good at it. I say, as you might be like, why are you laughing saying that? Because I wasn't really paying attention, and then I literally rode straight into a little hole, and I fall straight off. But I was actually, my landing, if you saw it, it was impressive. Of course, I went straight onto the asphalt street, but it was impressive. Like, my whole body did it so peacefully. I have 0 scrapes, genuinely 0 scrapes from that accident. But and then at one point I went on top of a hill, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to go down this hill on the ripstick. Ripsticks don't have brakes, by the way. 0 brakes. So I was kind of like, oh my god, I'm going to die. 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 The whole, like, for 30 seconds just going down a hill. And I wasn't even going that fast. Like, I could have jumped off and started, just like ran or slightly jogged and been fine. But I was just panicking. I was like, I'm going to die. I'm going to run into this wall, and that's going to be the end of my life. And my friends didn't know how hard I was panicking because I was just dead silent. When I'm panicking, I just go dead silent. And it's so funny because, I mean, back when I would play Valorant, I would go dead silent anytime I was focused. So my comms were terrible. That's why I never got higher than gold. And also because I go outside and I touch grass. So technically, it's a flex being low rank and never getting higher. I'm never going to play that wretched game again. I did spend too much money on it. Give me my money back, Riot! Ah! But I was terrified, and my friends didn't know, and that's perfectly fine. I think I have a little video of me just wiggling on the ripstick. You're not going to see it. You are definitely not going to see it. But tonight was epic. I'm the greatest sprinter in the whole wide world. Y como siempre, adiós, chachas.